Today we have something, I don't know, a little bit, I don't agree with. Basically, there's an elderly couple and their oven has gone pop. And they've been paying for insurance for, I don't know, 12 years, £19 a month. And they've claimed off their insurance, but the gas oven they've got isn't available anymore. So they've given them an electric oven. But unfortunately, they haven't got an electrical supply to connect the oven up to. They haven't got a 6mm feed, so you can't connect that decent oven up to be able to power the new oven. So I've been called in to put a new supply in for the new oven. And the thing is, the fuse board is the old Wireless old board. The wiring in the house is pretty old, so I can't just throw a supply in, and it's going to cost them quite a bit to be able to put a supply in for this oven, which is down to them, not the insurance. They're supplying the oven, they're not supplying the electrical side of it. So I've got to go around and put a new supply in for this oven and put a new board in. So I've been called to go around there to put a supply in for the oven, which I'm going to put a new board in, just a little two-way board, because there's no point in upgrading the whole lot, because it's going to need a rewire eventually, I think, and you don't want to go too much into it, because all they want is an oven that works and not necessarily want a rewire. The oven went pop, they were paying insurance, they assumed that if the oven goes pop, they're covered, but unfortunately that's not the case. So I've got to go around there today, take the oven out, which has been disconnected and condemned by a gas man already, so I'm not going to be disconnecting the gas, which, thank God, because I don't do that. But today it's going to be something that I don't do all the time. It's not something that I recommend, or maybe it is something I recommend. Let's watch the video and find out. First things first, let's get this out. This is the old oven, where we need to get rid of to make space for the new. And conveniently, that gas has been disconnected and the electrics is disconnected. Fantastic. Is that the right one? Yep, we can chop that off. So we're going to chop this off as well, so we can get it out nice and smooth. And does it have handles on the side? Oh, it's heavy. No handles. Great. And this is the space for our new one. And that's it for that. The igniter. And this is where the new one's going to go. But these can come off as well. So what we're taking, what the hell, taking this out, and hopefully whilst we're here there's going to be someone that comes and takes it. So scrap man, come and take that. And this is why we're going to put in a new board, because this is all old and really it will need upgrading completely, so we don't want to go too far with this old board, so we can't come off of anything of this board. So we're going to put a new board in somewhere here, possibly, to get the supply in for the new oven. Where's the loft hatch? Because we're going to have to get up there in the bathroom. Right. So, first things first, let's see if we can get a rod up there, because we're going to have to get some new tails for our new board. Right, so we can get up here. This is the first time I've looked up here. So, we're going to have to measure out to see where that's going. And see if we can see any holes that we can access to get that cable across. What the flip is that? Oh, particularly in my head. So I'm saying somewhere around here, because you can see the board. Get this back. It's always a bit unsure if you're going to go through. Right, look at that, that goes down to that board. Look, someone's been in here and Wagoed that in there. So then, yeah, we're more than likely over here, because the board goes there, which I'm correct. What the hell they've done there, I don't know. Where them tails come up, that's a 6mm feed. To this, that goes we don't know where. Well, let's get this out of the way. But I'm going to get up there through here. Here's the plant. So I'm going to have to put a hole somewhere along here to get down. That's going to be fun. There we go. We can get into the cavity and bring the new tails up there. And to poke it all the way through, this is going to guide it. I just want to see how far I can go up, because luckily it's not on the eave. That'd be a nightmare. We can hopefully go straight up into the loft as far as it goes. There. So we've got to go straight up somewhere. So then I've got 3 rods in there, so we can work out. So what's that? 1, 2, 3 has gone right up there. So it's in the loft. Now we've got to get in the loft and find out where it's gone. Sometimes this flipping is a bit of a pain, but we've got one. Oh, sugar. We've got it. Fantastic. If I couldn't laugh, I would cry. Mother Hubbard. But screw you guys. A little bit more from the super rod hook. I hooked the earth out, damaged it a bit, which we'll need sorting out, but we can chop that end off. And we got it. Right, so I don't pull these out. I think the earth can go straight into the block, which we're fine about, but we will need, oh sugar, these to sit in here, so we can have the live and neutral going out to the boards, and then we'll put a new live and neutral into these. So we're going to mount these up here and put the new cables in there, so I don't pull them out when I fix the board. And we'll have a couple of screws. We don't really need that earth block, do we? And we'll go this way, so that can go in there. There we go. Oh look, these fit together as well. Nice one, BG. So then you can't get them wonky. I'm happy with that. Look at that, spot on locating, straight together. We could put the earth in there, but we're going straight to that terminal, so we don't need to. And then now we want to put a new board up. What we have here is a little outside board that I'm going to fit up here, out the way. It's not the ideal place, but this is where they wanted it, to be able to basically switch it off. It's going to get upgraded sooner or later with a whole new board. I'm assuming they'll move it indoors, which will be a better solution one day. But for now, we're going to get the surge in, the mains, and I'm going to rewire that light as well, because I've got a new one to put up. So we're going to have a light in and a cooker circuit out of this little board. Yeah, I want to go back entry, I think it'll be best. So if we go in the back, it'll be nice and sealed. So now they're on, I can pull the rest of the slack up, and I want to get the cables through that hole where the board's going on, but I've got the new cooker supply and the new lighting supply for that light, which is going to rewire it because I'm putting a new one up. So now I put all this in the way, I've got to get in the house. Right, need that torch as well. This, the only torch that lasts all bleeding day. The other ones sort of go flat. So I'm right in saying this is the wall down there, and this is the cables that are coming up. So hang this up there somewhere. Somehow. Like that maybe. And pull plenty up off of that. Right. So that's going to go to the outside light, which I think is switched up there. So that is going to be plenty for that. But this, let's go to the kitchen, which is all that way. So let's take it for a walk. It's coming off nicely. So we've got to get it up and round. Great. But let's go this way. What the hell is that? Right, you can always tell where to step because these have a joist going across there. So that looks like, oh right, something's been smashed out there and just fell out. I better let them know that. It's a bit weird. Right. And this bathroom and through to the kitchen. Straight along and down. Obviously not enough. Pull some more up. And once we get this in, we can second fix that board downstairs. So it's ready to go, and then we just can move all the stuff around the back. That's the plan anyway. And here we've got the top of the cupboard, where it's going to come down and a bit of YT2 just to go straight behind that cupboard. This is the best route. We're causing less disruption to the tiles, so we can't chase it out. So we're going to just do a bit of YT2 behind the cupboard and then down to an isolator switch. And now with this, if I put a little stud buddy up there, I would have found out that there's a joist, and I would have known why that TV cable has been brought forward and drilled a hole there. But no, I decided to be clever and drill a hole straight into the joist where it should go into the loft. So yeah, I have to drill 2 holes in that ceiling. And there we go, we got the cable straight through, and that'll look beautiful with a bit of YT2 on there. And then we're going to come across to the cooker switch. So that is a board all mounted up. The cable's coming through there. All we've got to do now is terminate it and do them up, really. Put it all back together. It's a bit of a tight gap up here. But this is how things work. I've got to hoover all this up as well. Because look, all my drilling has obviously made a mess on top of that. That's another bit of clearing up we've got to do. Right, so we want to put this light up as well. I basically the customers are having their lunch and they need to cook in the kitchen, so oh, been kicked out for a bit. What else is in here? Nothing. Look at this fancy schmancy light. It's a metal one as well. That's good. So we need to mount this. Oh. Bollocks. I hate it when these things fall out. They're a nightmare. But what I'm going to do is glue these bits in. I hate them coming out. Get a bit of CT1 on them. Glue them in there so they don't come out. There we go. There we go. In there. In there. And that should not come out when I'm fixing it up. And then after testing the supply and explaining as well as I can to the customer how this new oven works, because I haven't got this oven, I'm not 100% myself, but I'm trying to figure it out so I can explain to the customer so they can cook the dinner basically. Sometimes it's nice to be nice, and with putting social media videos out all the time, you meet so many people, so many different brands, and you can help them. Them brands can help you help others. So this is a scenario where you can give back a little bit after doing all your work and all the social media, everyone watching your videos. You can give back a little bit to others to help them. Well, that was it. Oven's on, working, customers are happy. And the twist to today is that I did it all for nothing. I did it all for completely free, for the kindness of my own heart. You know when you start a job sometimes and you think, I wish I charged it. It was one of them in effect. But I said I'd do it for free, and I reached out to BG, Jamie from BG Lasico, and he gave me all the materials that I needed, like the little board and the cooker switch, the cooker outlet, everything to get that job done. So the materials didn't cost me anything. So thank you very much to BG here. That board was spot on, that was lovely. The test results were fantastic. And to be honest with them, little outside boards, yeah, they fit quite well. And I like them, they're very robust. And they're good, made a good material. I think they're quite tough. And their little BG boards, they're quite robust and tough. And they're perfect for that scenario, basically, where I'm adding just one more circuit. So that was just one scenario. I have done this before where you do certain things for free. Maybe little jobs, put a light up, change a fuse, a little fault, change a cooker over. But this was running a new cooker supplier. So this is one of a bigger job where I had to put a board in and stuff. That's why I reached out to Jamie and said, look, you interested in jumping in this? And he said yes. So I think every now and again, everyone should do something for somebody else for completely free. If it's, I don't know, pay for their shopping, take them out for dinner, even a mate, go around, take your mate out for dinner. If someone's struggling, and especially like they may be elderly and they were not expecting to pay out £500, because I think that job would have cost around £500. When I was working it out, this is where I got the idea from, because I was working it out, it's totaling up to 450 quid, 500 quid, and I thought they don't want to be spending that. All they want is a new oven. They'd be paying out insurance. It's a bit of a shock to them. So I thought, out of the kindness of my own heart, I'll just go and do it for nothing. And I didn't stop there either. Like, because they had an old oven they put outside the house, and old people don't want bloody scrap men knocking on the door saying, can I have your oven? I sort of said, I'll take it and put it at my house if you want. So I've got an old gas oven. I've got to stick outside the front of the house. Damn. So if you're scrap man, come take this, man. I don't want it sitting out there for long.